Hi babes, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Bray if you guys are new here. Today I'm going to be doing a little get to know me. I'm having some wine while I do this, so I highly suggest you guys grab a glass too, or tea, maybe some water if you haven't gotten enough in today, whatever you guys prefer. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I went ahead and asked you guys on Instagram what kind of things that you would want to know about me, because I just feel like it's so awkward when you just sit here and try to talk about yourself, like, without someone asking a question. Like, I don't know about you guys, but my least favorite question is probably like, what do you do for fun? Because I'm just like, I don't know, do I have fun? What do I do? Like, who am I? Like, I have no clue. So I just figured I would get a little basis to go off of, like, what do you guys really want to know about me? So I went ahead and wrote them all down here on my notebook, all the questions. I would have just read them off my phone, but I'm using my phone to record this video, so I just went ahead and wrote them all down. There's 20 questions here, so let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully I can actually answer all these, and yeah, we'll just see. We're just gonna see how this goes, guys. So the first question is, where are you from? That's an easy one. I'm from Buffalo, New York, born and raised. I lived there till I was about, how old was I? I don't even know. Till I was like 24, 23 or 24, 24. I think it's 24. And then I moved to Chicago. And the next question is, why did I move to Chicago? So we can just kind of get into that. Oh, and before I move on, go Bills. Go Bills, you know? I have to say that. Anyways, why I moved to Chicago? At the time, I was just finishing school, and I really had known for a while, since I was like little, that I didn't want to stay in Buffalo. I just like really love to travel, and I love experiencing like new places and seeing new things. Like, that's honestly one of my favorite things to do. So I already knew I didn't want to stay in Buffalo, and it's honestly like not a big enough city for me. Like, I just love city, and I love like fast paced. Like, I always love having something to do, somewhere to go. Also, like, I love eating at 1 in the morning, so I like being able to pull up my Uber Eats and ordering food at 1 in the morning. Like, in Buffalo, you can't really like do that, or there's not a lot of options to do that. So just like stuff like that, just more people, more things to do, like I said. So I had already known I wanted to move somewhere else, but I really wanted to move to California for a long time, a very long time, probably until I moved here. Then at the time, one of my friends was moving here, and she had asked me if I would be interested in moving here. And at first I was like, no, like, I don't want to move from somewhere cold to another cold place. Like, I'm just over the snow. Talking about snow this week. Over the snow, over not being able to feel my face when I walk outside. But then I just like sat there and thought about it, and I was just like, the next place I move, like, who knows if I'm gonna even want to stay there forever. So why not just move to, this is obviously a way bigger city than Buffalo, like a lot more to do, different people, change of scenery. So why don't I just try it out and see if I like it? And if I don't like it, then I'll just move again. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's probably a really big decision, but to me, I was like, it's not that serious. Like, I'll just move again. Like, I don't know. That's just how I am. So I was like, last minute, I was like, you know what? I'll go. Like, whatever. I'll go. Because honestly, like, I would prefer to live a couple of different cities, like, live in a couple of different cities before I decide where I want to live, like, for good, like, where I want to raise a family, where I want to do all that. So I love to experience different places. Like, how am I going to know what I like if I don't have different experiences to choose from? So I moved to Chicago, didn't even have a job, like, had like nothing. I was very unprepared, to be quite honest. But that was probably one of the best decisions of my life so far. Like, it really grew me into the person that I am right now. It really put me out of my comfort zone. Like, I literally didn't know anyone here except for the friend that I had moved with, and obviously, like, she had a full-time job moving here. Like, she had other things going on, so it's not like the two of us are hanging out together all the time. So it's like I just kind of had to find my own way without like knowing anyone, which in the grand scheme of things, like at first was so scary, but it's like if I can do that, like I can do anything. You know what I mean? So that really like pushed me. And I feel like before that, I was a lot more shy than I feel like I'm still shy. I don't know. Some people say I am shy. Some people say I'm not shy at all. But I just feel like before I moved here, I was like, oh, I was really shy. And moving here, I just like had to figure it out. Like I had to talk to people, I had to find a job, I had to make friends. Like I had to figure out where to go to the grocery store. Like just figure out little things like that. And it's like obviously like you have to like be outgoing and like figure it out. So that like that really pushed me in that aspect of life, which I'm really thankful for that for sure. So the third question is, did you graduate college? If so, what is your degree in? I did graduate college. It took me a long time. But I did it, guys. I did it. You know what? Cheers to that. I did it. It took me like 6 years to finish a 4-year degree, but I got it done. I was also working like 2 to 3 jobs the whole entire time, but you know what? As long as I did it, that's all that really matters. And if you guys are like feeling the same way, like don't put like a time frame on when you need to get things done by, because that's just like silly. Like you're not every other person. So however long like you need to do something, as long as you get it done and get it done how you want to get it done, like that's all that matters. Like don't worry about what other people are doing. So big life lesson that I taught myself the hard way, I feel like. But my degree is actually in fashion merchandising. Sorry, I'm clicking this pen. That's probably so annoying. So when I first was going to college, I honestly didn't want to go to college at all. And I kind of like, my parents were like, you have to go to college. So I was like, okay. And I didn't even know what I wanted to do. Like, I was just like, at 17, 18, like, I still barely know what I want to do. Like, how are we supposed to decide that? It was a lot. So a lot of my family were like, oh, you love fashion, like, why don't you do something like in the fashion world? So I kind of looked into that. And basically the whole time I was in college, I wanted to be a buyer. But my ultimate goal, like in life, ever since I was like a little kid, I've like always wanted to own my own store. So when someone brought up like the fashion idea, I was like, okay, well, either way, if I want to become a buyer, if I want to do something else with that, that's kind of in the realm of what I'm already interested in. So why don't I just go ahead and do that? So yeah, that's what I have my degree in. I'm not a buyer, for those of you wondering. I'm not a buyer, but that is what I went to school for. So, if I were to go to school for anything, like, I do not regret going to school for that. I actually did enjoy that. I'm just like not a school person. I think the good thing about my degree is I had to do a lot of projects, and that's what I love doing. Like I love projects, like making PowerPoints, putting things together, putting outfits together. Like that's like my kind of thing. But when it came down to it, to like sit there and write an essay, or like I had to take an accounting class like to be a buyer, and I suck at math. Like I literally suck at it. All through high school, I cheated. I'm not even gonna lie. In high school, I cheated at math. I was so bad at it. I don't recommend that, because then I got to college and I was like, what is 2 + 2? I don't even know. Like, I know that, but that's about it. That's probably like all I know when it comes to math. So don't cheat on your math tests in high school. Just so you guys, heads up. What's something you know now that you wish you knew when you were younger? There's probably like a lot of things, I would say. Honestly, one of the big things I would say is to start saving money like as soon as you can, because I felt like when I was younger, I worked so much, and I just remember like spending my money on like the dumbest things, and I was like, oh, when I graduate college, like I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna make this, that, and the third, and then it's like, okay, now I'm an adult, I walk outside and I like breathe, it costs like $200. Like life is expensive. So just like start saving as soon as you can. Always be prepared as much as you can. I know it's really hard. It's hard to like say that. It's, like not everyone can do that, but if you have the luxury of doing that, definitely I would say do it. Definitely do it. Someone asked how to pose. I can definitely go over that. I don't know if that's something I could do in this video, but maybe if you guys want another video, I can go over how to pose. I feel like in a lot of my Instagram, I do the same exact pose, but if you guys want to see that, I'll totally like I can teach you guys my one little tiptoe pose. I can show you guys for sure. Okay, another question was, what was your experience moving from Buffalo to Chicago? I feel like I kind of discussed this earlier. It definitely was a big change. Way bigger city, way more people, way more things to do, just like a lot going on. And like I said, when I first moved here, I did not have a job. Basically, what happened was, well, actually, I was working at a Victoria's Secret at home, which I worked for that company forever, for years. So when I moved to Chicago, I got transferred there, but I like was kind of like over it. I didn't really want to work there anymore, but I did some 6 a.m. shifts there. I would do like floor sets, shipment. If you guys have done that before, God bless you, honestly. And if you know me, I am not a morning person, so having to be to work at 6 a.m. for me, like that was rough. I was the person, like I showed up with my Starbucks and I was like, please do not talk to me. Like, let me just fold these clothes, stay out of my way, I'll stay out of your way, and we can all have a great time. Like, that was me. So when I first moved here, I was like, okay, I don't want to work there and I don't want to just work there. I don't know, I've always been used to working multiple jobs, so to me, I was just like, I was gonna be bored. Anyways, like I actually genuinely like working. So I was like, okay, let me find something else. So basically what happened is, obviously me and my roommate at the time, like we had no idea of places to go, what to do. Like I had been to Chicago like 2 or 3 times before that, but like in middle school. So I had no idea what to do. So we went to this one bar that we saw online. It was having like a karaoke night, super random bar. So we go there, and this is actually so funny. So we ended up talking to the manager, and he was like to me, do you want a job? Like, and I was like, sure. Yeah, I'd love a job. And so then I ended up working there for, until like, you know, COVID and everything started. I worked there. So I would say like two years. So I've lived in Chicago now 3 years. COVID started like a year ago. So yeah, like 2 years. And I honestly like loved working there. It was in Wrigleyville. Like it was such just like a fun atmosphere. I loved everyone that I worked with. It's just like, it was really fun. Like it was a good time. And I was like able to make good money. Like I really, really loved working there. So that was super fun. Yeah, I like working at bars. Like it's fun to me. So yeah, I do really enjoy it, and I did really enjoy that job. And I would say that definitely like shaped a lot of my experience here. That like I was able to make more friends there. I actually met my boss of my job currently there. So yeah, just it really like helped me like ease into living here and meeting more people and just like figure out where stuff was. Another thing I would say is like, if you're moving to a new city, I literally sometimes would just drive around without my GPS on and see if I could find my way home. I would like pick a destination and then legit like however long it took, I would like find my way home so I could like learn the city, because I feel like now living here for 3 years, I know where a lot of things are. I know how to get places. I don't really ever have to use my GPS. But at the same time, if you're going to like, if someone's like, oh, have you heard of this place? For the most part, I'm just like, okay, I don't know how to get there. I've never driven past it. Like, it's just such a big city. Like, there's so much here. So I don't know, just try to really learn what's around you if you're moving to a new city. I would definitely say that's a big one. Okay. The next question is, how many tattoos and piercings do you have? I think I have 17 tattoos. I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And I'm probably gonna get more. But I like half a sleeve, and I count that as all like separate tattoos because I didn't get those all in one sitting. So yeah, I have like my half sleeve. I have like one on my back, one behind my ear, one here on my shoulder, one on this wrist, and then I have tattoos on both of my sides. So yeah, I have a lot, which I'm probably gonna get more. I always go back and forth if I want to like finish my arm, but my intention when I got the bottom part of my tattoos was just to do the bottom part, but now I want another tattoo, and I'm like, where do I put it? And I don't like, personally, I don't want any tattoos on my legs, so I feel like the next place to probably put it would just be to finish my arm, to be honest. So, well, we'll see. I'm like in no rush to do that. That's just something maybe like next year, like summer, end of this year. I'm not about to go get it tomorrow. So it did take me a long time to plan out my arm because I did it piece by piece. So if I were to finish my arm, it would probably take me, once again, a long time to put everything together. And I also have most of my tattoos, well, all of my arm was done at home in Buffalo. So I probably want to go back to the same girl just to make it like cohesive. I don't know, to me, I just like want the same line work. Yeah, I just want it to flow good. So I'd want to go to the same person. That's just me personally. But yeah, so that could be, I could get that finished. And piercings, I have like 5. Yeah. 6. Maybe I have 6. I did have this side of my nose pierced too, but then I had to take it out for a shoot, and it literally closed up by the end of my shoot. And I had had that piercing for like a year. So I was just like, and then this one, this side, I got after this side, and this one like is fine. So I don't understand. I go back and forth, like if I want to get this side like re-pierced. What do you guys think? Should I re-pierce it? I don't know. I really liked having both of them, but now I think I've gotten so used to just having the one side. I don't know. You guys let me know if I should do it again. Also, I need to get rid of this. I'm like swinging. I cannot talk without my hand, so I need to get rid of this pen because it's probably even more distracting to you guys. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Okay. The next question is, what is your favorite I can't talk. What is your favorite fashion trend right now? It's like a tongue twister for me. My favorite fashion trend. That's honestly kind of tough for me. I don't know what my favorite fashion trend is. I guess maybe, oh my god, I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I'm really into like, I feel like Jordans are like always in, but I feel like lately like they're really in. So I'm really into any outfits with like Jordans. Like I keep wanting to buy more, and I'm just like, I want to buy more, but right now it's so gross outside. Like where I live, it would be pointless. Like they would be ruined. I wouldn't wear them, first of all, because there's so much snow and like slush on the ground. Like they would get dirty, and I am like crazy. Like the Jordans that I do have and like most of my sneakers, I can only wear them during summer. If it's raining, I can't wear them. Like I'd rather wear heels when it's raining, because like heels are way easier to like wash off. That's another trend I really like right now. I feel like square toe heels, those are like really in right now, and I'm obsessed with those too. So yeah, I would say like those 2 trends. I feel like I probably like a lot more trends. I just can't think of them right now. I don't know why, but the next question is, what kind of music do you listen to? I love like R&B, hip hop, like that's pretty much all I listen to. Rap, that's all I listen to. I would say like one of my favorite artists are like Party Next Door. I'm like obsessed with him. I've been obsessed with him since he like first came out. He was like my person. Like if you know me, like it's probably like, it used to be an unhealthy obsession, but now it's just like an obsession. I love like Chris Brown, Trey Songz, love them. They're like my favorites. Division, if you guys listen to them, so good. Like they're literally so good. I can't even like express how good I think they are. Drake, I love Drake. Like who doesn't love Drake? Honestly. Who else do I like? I used to be obsessed with Future for a long time. Like that was a problem, but I'm kind of like over him lately. I still listen to him, but I like his older music better than anything like he's come out with recently. But yeah. What's the next question? How often do you work out? I work out, currently I'm working out 5 days a week. I used to work out probably like 4 times a week, but I would say within like the last 2 or 3 months, I've been trying my best to make it there 5 times a week. Sometimes I don't, but I've been pretty consistent. Like since the new year, I've been doing 5 times a week. I can talk about that in a different video too, because I also have like a workout split. I'm really trying to gain weight right now, so I've been trying to do legs 3 times a week. Well, one of them being more so like a glute focused day, and then legs 3 times a week, one a glute focused day, and then I do back and buys one day, and then I do shoulders and triceps on a different day. And I never used to do cardio at all, but I have been throwing in some cardio lately just to like, you know, get my heart rate going, be healthy, because I absolutely hate cardio, but I'll do it sometimes as like a warm-up lately. But I can totally talk about that in a different video. I feel like that's a whole video in itself, so if that's something you guys are interested in, I can definitely talk about my workouts and everything like that in a different video. The next question is, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? You guys are gonna hate me, but I don't really like ice cream. I feel like you probably are like, what is wrong with this human being? But like, I really don't. Like, even when I was younger, my mom, she loves ice cream. So she would buy all this ice cream and then I wouldn't eat it and she would like get mad at me. She would be like, I bought all this ice cream and I'm the only one eating it. And I'd be like, I don't like it. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I can honestly probably count on one hand the amount of times I've eaten ice cream in the past like 5 years. And almost every single one of them is probably with my mom because she made me. But if I had to choose a favorite, every time I do eat ice cream, I like cookie dough. That's what I always pick. I also am like the person, like if you want to bake cookies with me, I know some of you will probably be like so disgusted, but I want to eat the cookie dough. I don't want the cookies. You can have the cookies. I just want the cookie dough before you make it. I know that's not good to eat, but I still do it, so whatever, let me live. Okay, next question. What motivated you to start a YouTube channel? I've actually been wanting to start a YouTube channel forever now, for like years. I would say I haven't done it because usually if COVID's like not happening, I'm usually working like a ton. If I'm like working in the bar scene and stuff like that, I'm getting out at late hours and I would work like doubles like all day. And honestly, if I'm usually not at work, I'm probably at the gym. So that's usually like what I'm doing. But I would say that's like why I haven't started it. But in all reality, I probably haven't started it because I have been like really nervous and like scared to start it. I don't know, that's like a big thing, like just sitting here talking to the camera. I don't know. I definitely, like last year I recorded a few videos and I didn't post them because I just felt like really awkward and uncomfortable. Like it's definitely something you have to get used to. And I feel like I'm already kind of, like I'm pretty awkward, honestly. Like if you know me, like you'd be like, yeah, like she's super awkward. But yeah, so it took me a little bit to get comfortable in front of the camera, to be honest. And I've always wanted to do it. Mostly I have wanted to do it though, because I just like love putting together outfits. I love doing my makeup. Like I love all that stuff. Like I'm such a girly girl. And I feel like a lot of times people are like, oh, where's your outfit from? Or like, oh, what foundation are you wearing? Like what this, that, and the third. And so I was always like, oh, I can like start a channel and like tell people. And like another thing is I like love giving people advice. I like love like just like talking to people and like hearing about their life and like telling them like, oh, giving them advice, or just like, I don't know, I just like love like helping people. And even as like silly as it sounds, like you're probably like, okay, telling someone about like what foundation to wear and like what outfit to put together, like that really makes people feel like good about themselves. So I'm like always the person, if someone's like, oh, like what lashes are those, like I'm like not only gonna tell you, but I'm gonna send you a picture of the box of it. Like I love doing that. Like I don't know, I like genuinely love that, and I love like helping people. And to me, like this is a way that I can do that and kind of like share what I love with other people, and hopefully they like love it too. So I would say that's probably like the biggest motivation of starting a YouTube channel. And honestly, I order so many clothes for and I have nowhere to go right now, so why not show you guys? Like, but yeah, if you want to start a YouTube channel, just do it. Just start the YouTube channel, honestly, because I'm a freaking chicken, and I just did it. I also was very nervous about like editing and like learning all that, and obviously I'm not a pro at it by any means, but I'm already like getting the hang of it, and I am not like technology savvy. I barely know how to use my freaking phone, like I swear. So if I figured it out, you guys can figure it out. Like just start it. And also like I have a camera, but I just like, it's hard for me to record it with the camera. Like I don't really get how to use it, to be honest. So I'm using my phone right now. Like if all you have is your phone to start, like just do it. Like if that's really what you want to do, why not? It's like fun, like, you know. So the next question is, what's your personal playlist? So I feel like I kind of answered that earlier when the question, like, what kind of music do I listen to? But I would say currently, like, my playlist is a lot of Party Next Door. I've been listening to like Lil Baby like a ton. I've been listening to him so much, especially at the gym. It depends. Like I have a different playlist. I would say like at the gym, I like to listen to like rap. I like listening to like old stuff at the gym too, like old like Meek Mill, or like old Drake songs, or like Rick Ross, stuff like that, like Jeezy, like that kind of stuff. Like I like listening to that at the gym. It like really motivates me. Or if I'm like getting drunk, I like to listen to that too. But then probably any other time, like when I'm working, when I'm cleaning the house, I love like R&B, or just like or just like Party Next Door, Division, Trey Songz, like those kind of vibes. I really love those. Like Janae Aiko, love her. Summer Walker, I actually really love her a lot. That kind of thing. Her, like she's really good to me. Or even sometimes when I'm like cleaning and stuff like that, or if I'm like driving a long distance, like some of my favorites are like Old Destiny's Child, or like Aaliyah. Like I love listening to that. Ashanti, like those are some of my faves. Usher, I'm obsessed with Usher. I'm so obsessed with Usher. I had a poster of him in my locker in like the 6th grade, so yeah, those are like my favorites. Okay, the next question is, how do you make your Instagram photos so clear? Honestly, to me, I feel like sometimes my Instagram photos aren't that clear. Like sometimes I get really like self-conscious about posting them, because I'm like, is this like even good quality? So let me like know if that's something you guys are really interested in, and you really do enjoy like how my Instagram photos look. I could totally do that on a separate video. I can even include that with like how to pose, like how I take my pictures for Instagram, or how I do a lot of shoots, so I can also like do posing for that. Just kind of like in the comments below, like let me know what you guys specifically want to know with that, because I could totally make a whole nother video on that for you guys. I would totally love to. The next question is, what's your guilty pleasure? Why is the first thing that comes to my mind tequila? I have a love-hate relationship with tequila. Like, I feel like since I love fitness so much, you would think like I don't like to drink, and I really don't drink wine that often, but tequila, like if someone's like, come over, I just bought a bottle of tequila, I'm like, okay, I'm there. Like, don't tempt me with a good time, because I can be very easily peer pressured into some tequila, let me tell you. And I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm the kind of person that will literally sit here and be like, okay, my friends asked me to go to dinner, I'm gonna have 2 drinks. the next thing I know, I'm like, who wants a shot? You want a shot? I want a shot. Everyone wants a shot. Serve her. Does she want a shot? Let's get her a shot. Like, and then I end up at a bar. I end up at a club. I end up at someone's house. Like, I don't even know what happens to me. Like, I am such a party animal. I don't know who made me that way. But yeah. So if you guys ever want to drink tequila with me, let me know, because I'm down. The next question is, what's one product that you can't live without? Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of products I want to say that I can't live without, but I would say probably the number one product I can't live without, because I don't know, I feel like this could be a lot of different things because there's just so many different categories of products, but I'm just gonna assume we're talking about makeup. And I'm probably gonna say under eye concealer because my under eyes are so dark. It's like a hereditary thing. So like my dad, he has super dark under eyes, and my under eyes are like really bad. No matter how much sleep I get, like they're dark underneath. And then if I'm out drinking the night before, the next day they're even worse, like purple. Like it's honestly absurd. I used to be like super self-conscious about it, but I feel like nowadays I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, girl, I'm tired. Like, even if I'm not tired, they look that way. Like, it is what it is. I really wanted to get because I'm pretty sure you can get like injections or whatever to kind of mask that. So I thought about doing that, but I get really nervous. Like, first of all, needles in general really freak me out. Like, a tattoo needle does not freak me out for some reason, but an actual needle, like a medical needle or a syringe, like that really scares me. So the fact of having a needle like that, like I'm pretty sure they put it like here, like that close to my eye, is really scary to me. And I'm just like, I could just put makeup on. But then I think about it, and for like 75% of my life I don't wear makeup, so I'm like, okay, maybe it would be worth it to me. I don't know. If any of you guys have gotten it done, like please let me know your experience, because it is something I'm super interested in, but I just don't know. I don't know if it's for me. But yeah, so under eye concealer, that's why I definitely couldn't live without it, because if I were to do a whole full face of makeup and I didn't have under eye concealer, like my makeup would not look half as good. Oh, and my favorite concealer, if you guys also have really bad under eyes, is the Makeup Forever one right now. I don't remember which specific one it is, but I can like put it across the screen or something if you guys want to know. But it's one of the Makeup Forever ones. I have 2 different shades, and usually what I do is I put the one shade all under my eye, and then I'll put like a dab of the lighter shade just to brighten up, like, because I'll put the first shade like a triangle, and I'll put a dab of the lighter shade like directly underneath my eye. And then before I do that, I do color correcting, and then on top of that I set it with powder, and then I also put the KKW brightening powder on top of that. So yeah, I do a lot with my under eyes when I do my makeup. So, but I actually enjoy doing them, like, so yeah. The next question is, do you track your macros, or do you more so do intuitive eating? So this, I feel like I also have a whole nother video on. So if you guys want me to go more in depth on that, please let me know. I can also do a video on that. For the most part right now, I'm trying to gain weight. So I've been like trying my best to eat a lot of food, which is so hard. Like if you guys have done it before, it's so hard to eat this much. Like I love eating, and it's like hard. Like right now I'm eating like 3 meals a day, a protein shake, which the protein shake I have right now has like 125 carbs in it, grams of carbs, and a snack right now. So for the most part, what I will do is I have Lifesum, which is an app on your phone. I can also put that in another video if you guys want me to talk about my eating. So what I'll do is I'll put in like a few meals that I enjoy, and I'll see what the macros are for those, and then I'll kind of just have like the same meals in like a different kind of a little different variety throughout the week. But I have tracked my macros in the past, so I'm kind of used to doing it. So for the most part, I can kind of in my head, if I put a meal together, I can kind of guesstimate almost exactly like what grams of fat, carbs, and protein are going to be in that meal. So if I'm unsure, I'll plug it into Lifesum, see what they are, but for the most part I can figure it out, or you guys can read the boxes, like it's on everything that you eat. So yeah, for the most part, yeah, that's what I do. But I can definitely do that in a separate video for you guys, because it is like a whole like breakdown. So if that's something you guys are interested in, I can talk about that with you guys. I would say on the weekends right now I'm a little more like relaxed with it. Like I'm not as like crazy about it, about counting them. I more so like intuitive eat on the weekends. But again, like me intuitive eating is like I kind of know the macros in the meal, because I can just like look at it and kind of tell at this point, because I have done it so much. So it could be different. But yeah, let me know if you guys want a video on that. The next question is, how do you figure out what works for you in the gym? I feel like this all can be like a different video. So if you guys really want like gym and food stuff from me, like let me know, because I literally love that stuff. Like I could talk about that all day too, just as much as I can talk about like clothes and makeup. So I'll definitely do that for you guys. But I would say it's just trial and error, really. That's really all. Every person is different. Not only do you want to find something that actually works for your body, but you want to find something that you enjoy. Like you don't want to go to the gym and be like, oh, I have to go to the gym, like, which obviously everyone gets that way. I get that way still. But then there are other days where like, oh my god, I just made up this routine in my head, like I can't wait to go do that at the gym. Like that's kind of how I get. When I was like younger, just like a few years ago, I would only do like cardio. Like I didn't know anything about weights. So I would go and like do cardio. I would go on the elliptical for like 30 minutes and be like, all right, I'm good, gotta go. Like, which is totally fine. If that's your goal, that's fine. But that was not getting me anywhere near towards my goal, which is currently like I want to like grow my lower body more. I want to tone my upper body more, which going and doing cardio for 30 minutes isn't really going to do much for what my personal goal was. So then I kind of got into weights and stuff. What I did a lot is I would watch a lot of videos on YouTube. At the time I had a friend and he would help me out with like a lot of different workouts until I kind of like got the hang of what I was doing. But then even at that time, that was like a year, I had been like, sorry, I feel like my voice just cracked. At that time, it was like a year that I was doing weights, and I would only do like leg day. I would never do arms. I hated arms. I was like, I don't want my arms to get bulky. Like, I don't want to look manly. And then one day I was just like watching all these videos, and I'm like, the girls that I like look up to, like they're all doing arms. Like their upper body looks so good. They don't look manly, so I needed to do that. So at that time, I kind of was like more so going to the gym by myself at the time, which personally I really like going to the gym by myself. But if you guys prefer a partner, totally do that, whatever works for you, like I said. So at that time when I wanted to learn more upper body things, I did get a trainer for like 2 months, and then I basically had her teach me like upper body things, go through that with me, because I was so weak in upper body and I had no idea like what was what at the time. Like I was clueless in the gym. I would literally go and watch someone do an arm workout, and I felt like this sounds so dumb, but I felt like every upper body movement was working like their biceps. Like, girl, you got shoulders, you got triceps, you got your back, you know, biceps, like there's all these other things, which now I love doing upper body. Like I really actually enjoy doing upper body. Shoulders is probably like one of my favorites, except for glutes, which sometimes I love glutes and sometimes I hate it, but I do really enjoy doing upper body. And like I said earlier in this video, now I have a whole split where I do upper body and lower body. It's very important, especially if you're trying to go for like that hourglass figure. You need to be working your back as much as like you're working the bottom half of you, honestly. Like it's gonna give you like that shape that you want. So if that's what you're looking for, make sure if you're doing weights that you're training upper and lower body. But at the same point, like everyone has different goals. And certain things work for people that don't work for other people. So it's totally up to what your guys' personal goal is. And like I said, find something that you enjoy doing. If you enjoy doing cardio, like do it. Like no one's stopping you. Like if that's fun to you, you're still getting a good workout in, then do that. Like I'm not saying you have to do weights. That's just something I prefer. I love making up routines for the weights, like being like, it's like my little like I can be creative with that, especially after like if I'm working all day. I'm like, okay, let me like stop with this, and like to me it's like, okay, I get to use that creative part of my brain to like make up a workout. I'm like, okay, what works with this, and then if I do this, what am I going to superset it with, or what weight am I going to do? And that's another thing, I really love pushing myself in the gym. It really makes me feel like I have such a purpose, like when I'm at the gym and I'm just like, I can like pick up like something that's so heavy, when I know like a year ago or when I started working out, I could barely lift like 5 pounds. So I don't know, it's just like it's really great. Like I would say if you're new to the gym and you're intimidated and you're like nervous about it, just start, like just do it. Because in the beginning I had no clue what I was doing, and now it's literally one of my favorite things to do. Like it honestly is. It really, like, I enjoy it so much. So just like figure out what works for you, and like don't think like if you want to go to the gym, like don't think about what other people are doing watching you, because they're busy focused on their own workout. Like I can promise you they're not looking at you. And if you're at the gym and you're just like you can get there and you're like, oh my god, I don't know what to do, go on YouTube and look up a workout. Just stand there, like literally stand there and look something up. It does, like, don't worry about what anyone else is doing. And if you legit have to stand there and look at your phone for 10 minutes to figure out if you're like doing it right or not, like who cares? Just do it. Like you're doing something that benefits you. So don't like worry about what other people are thinking. You know what I mean? Because they're all like invested in their own workout. And I can promise you that I have been like going to the gym and lifting weights for at least like 4 or 5 years now. And I still, like, when I go to the gym and I'm doing a new workout that I haven't done before, I still like get nervous, and I still will stare at my phone and make sure I'm doing it right. Or like I'll do a set and I'll be like, oh, that didn't seem right, so I'll look at my phone again. Like don't like feel embarrassed to do that. Like that's how you learn. So if that's something you're scared about doing right now or you get intimidated with, like don't be, because at the end of the day you're all just there to better yourself. So as long as you're doing something to better yourself, really no one can say anything. So, and if you need help, ask someone or find a friend to go with you. Like, you know, you'll figure it out. You'll be good. And give it like 2-3 weeks and you'll be like, I don't even know why I was so intimidated to go here. Trust me. Okay, next question is, are you still friends with anyone from high school? So actually my best friend, so I have 2 best friends, and my one best friend, I have been best friends with her since 1st grade. She was like my OG. Love her so much. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about all the crazy things we've like done together, and I'm just like, who are we? Like she lives in Buffalo still, but next time we're together, we need to do a video together for you guys, because it will be the funniest thing. Honestly, it might only be funny to me and her, because we probably won't be able to breathe the whole time. We'll be laughing so hard, you guys probably won't even know what we're talking about, but I can definitely do that for you. Next time I'm with her, we have to do a video. That would be so funny. And then another one of my best friends, she actually went to high school with me as well, but I wasn't really friends with her in high school. Not for really any other reason besides like we didn't really hang out in the same friend group, so we just didn't know that we would be good friends. And then what basically ended up happening was we ended up going to the same college, and she was like, oh, do you want to dorm together? And I was like, yeah, sure, like why not? So we ended up dorming together, and we became like the best of friends. We're just like, why were we not friends before? I don't get it. And now to this day, she's literally like one of my best friends. We talk so often. Like she lives in Ohio right now. She lives in Cleveland. But I talk to her all the time. Like I love her, visit her as often as I can, and vice versa. We like plan trips together, and yeah, it's great. So I think that's like another thing to learn about life too. Like don't like assume people are gonna act a certain way, like just because of like something you put together about them, because it's just like don't make assumptions. Like, I feel like I probably at the time made assumptions about her. I'm sure she made assumptions about me. And now I'm just like, that's one of my favorite people. That's one of my favorite humans. Like, so yeah. Okay, this is the last and final question. This video is probably so long. But the last question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Let me take another step. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I would say in 5 years from now, I hope to like grow with my channel here, hopefully. I really want to start my own business, which don't want to like discuss give too much away about that, but I definitely in 5 years from now I hope to have my own business, working for myself. Honestly, 5 years from now, I'm like trying to think of how old I'll be. 5 years from now, I feel like I want to be pregnant or be thinking about getting pregnant. That sounds crazy. That's such like an intense word to me, but I really want to be a mom. So in like 5 years, I think like that's like about the time I'd want to be like thinking about that. I mean, I guess it'd be cool if I was like married, but that's not like a big concern to me, honestly, as long as I just like know I have a partner that I can like trust and that I would want to raise a child with. Obviously, like that's one of the biggest decisions of your life, is like picking someone who you're gonna have a child with. So definitely, as long as I just had a partner I would want to do that with, that's for sure something I would want. But yeah, having my own business, having my own house at the time would be nice, but that's also not like a top priority because I don't know. I like moving a lot. So I don't know, if I was someplace, also I don't want to be in Chicago because I need to live somewhere warm. So if I was living somewhere warm where I felt like really happy in that place, then I would probably want to have a house there, but that's not like a top priority to me. I would say like late 30s, I definitely want to have a house, because to me, when I buy a house, I want to like redo it all to my liking. Like I want it to be like a really big project. So I don't know, that's not a big concern to me, but I also don't want to be somewhere like paying rent all the time at the same point. So, but yeah, there's other things. Like I do like want to own property and stuff like once I get things going for myself. So yeah, that's like something. I'm like burping so much with this one. Yeah, like owning property and stuff like that, that's definitely something that I'm interested in, stuff like that. But yeah, I would say like the top two things are, the top thing is having my own business, like successfully, kind of knowing what I'm doing in life, because whoever knows what they're doing, but kind of knowing, figuring it out, being comfortable with living, having a good relationship with not only a partner, but like with all my friends and family, and yeah, probably having a baby, honestly. That's probably my goal in 5 years. I could probably say a lot more things that I want in 5 years, but I don't like want to bore you guys, because I could honestly say a lot of things, but those are like the top things that I would want. Yeah. So I feel like you guys asked like some really good questions. There's like definitely a variety of things. So hopefully you guys have learned enough about me. Or if you want a part 2, we can do that too. You know, drink more wine. Maybe we can drink tequila in that one. Up to you guys. But yeah, we can totally do that. Also, like I said, a few of the questions I could probably make separate videos about. So if that's something you guys are interested in, please let me know. I'll totally do that. I'm really down for whatever like videos within reason that you guys want to see. So let me know. But yeah, I hope you guys like this. I hope you guys drank wine with me and had a fun fun little bonding experience because that's always a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe to my channel if you did, and I hope to see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys have a great night. Love you so much, babes.